Welcome back to Jesus Freaks. I'm Dolph. Really appreciate you watching. I'm excited to spread some good news today. But I got a very important and strong message for us. For all the Jesus Freaks out there and for all you Christians out there. It is the strongest commandment Jesus ever laid upon us. I want to talk to you about loving your enemies. That's right. The hardest thing you're going to have to do as a Christian. You might have a neighbor next door, barking dog 2 in the morning, won't shut up, you can't get sleep, you're mad, that guy, ooh. Might even have a coworker, just don't do his job, slacking, you got to pick up the slack, you're mad, oh, modern day enemy. Jesus is here to tell us to love our enemies. You see, one day Jesus was preaching. This is found in Matthew 5. Check it out. He was preaching in front of a group of people. And he was talking about, you have heard that you should love your neighbor as yourself and you should hate your enemy. He said, but I'm here to tell you, you should love your enemy. Everyone's looking around like, what? What did he just say? And the reason why, you see, back in those days, the Pharisees, they're the ones that held the law. They're the ones that passed the law down onto the people. And the people had heard that they should hate their enemies. You see, back down in Leviticus 24:20, the Pharisees developed the law of retaliation, an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. And they took that to a different level. From the text in Leviticus 19:18, love your neighbor as yourself. And well, you break down neighbor in the Greek and Hebrew terms, that's anybody close to you. So they figured Jews, Jewish. Anybody that's not Jewish must be an enemy. Well, if you look further in the text in Deuteronomy, you'll find out that when a stranger enters the area, they are to receive that stranger as a neighbor. So they're to love strangers as well. I think they overskipped that part. So Jesus had to interpret this to everybody. He had to spread some good news. Now, being that this is going to be the hardest task for us as Christians to do, I'd like to give you a few pointers on how we can journey together, get closer to the kingdom of heaven, by loving our enemies. First thing, when you have an enemy, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing to go and confront them. And in a calm manner, please. Don't go up to them, just boat. No. Come up to them and confront them. Say, hey, I got an issue. This is what I'm feeling. I got a little bit of, mad about it. I'm a little angry. If they receive that, you guys can forgive, make up, be friends. You're doing good. Now, if by chance you go confront this person, tell them why you're angry, and they just don't want to hear it, you do not quarrel. It is very specific in the Word of God. Do not quarrel with your enemies. Do not sin in your anger at all. It's not a sin to be angry. It's a sin on what you might do when you're angry. So don't get crazy, but let them know why you're angry. Now, if they're not accepting that, don't argue, leave the situation, and it says pray. Pray for them every day, every night, continuously. That's when God will take into place. Now, by loving God, you will love your enemies, and you will fulfill the law. It's that simple, guys. I can't wait to talk to you. My next one, it's going to be a good one. Tune back in. God bless. We'll go ahead and talk to you and see you soon.